This is very popular desk. You can find it in many versions and it's easy to make. So let's go to Blender, select everything, press X and delete. Go to 1 and add a reference image. This is going to be our reference image. You can find it on the web by searching dimensions. And now we're selecting opacity lower so we can see everything, and we're gonna uncheck the perspective because we don't need this picture from any other angle. So now we're going to position it. The next thing is starting modeling. So adding a cube and scale it so it matches the biggest part, so the top part of the table. We're going to position the reference image too so it matches in the middle. We're scaling the cube by the height and we're going to move it up. Now you can see how it looks like. When we select N, you can go and check under item size of this cube. We want to match the size of this table, so select both and scale it so it's 110 width. Copy reference image and rotate it so we have the side view. We don't need a top view because it's just a rectangle. So now for the 3 position, match this table and now scale the width of the table. If you need to reposition the reference image or the cube, just do that so it matches. Now you have the part that is correct in size. Next thing what we're going to do is duplicate this. We want to rotate this part by 90 degrees and scale it so we get these vertical parts. So scale it and snap it into place. Select snapping by vertices and check if it snaps right from the side if you need to. In edit mode, be sure to select all the vertices from the bottom and adjust it so it matches our table. Now just duplicate these parts. Also, we want to check if it's right. So now you want to set origin to geometry, don't forget that from time to time, and now just duplicate this once again. So we are making this middle part. Select it and zoom in, scale to position. Now select the top part and duplicate it for the bottom sides. This is going to be 2 pieces, so scale them by x-axis. Now you're gonna snap them to one side, and for the other side actually go to the edit mode and select vertices, grab them and move them by x-axis so they snap to this part, middle part. Again, select origin to geometry. Duplicate this part once again, and we're doing this same thing for the other side. In the edit mode, select vertices and move them by X. So everything snaps in place. This is how it looks like. So one part is going to be hollow, but for the other part we're going to make the sides. So we're duplicating it and rotating it 90 degrees, scale by height. We're going to move this part to the back. So grab it and move it to the back. Again, we're going to snap them to one side, and for the other side in edit mode, just grab them and snap it by vertices. Duplicate this part. We're going to duplicate this part and move it to the front. It's not going to be totally to the front, leave a little bit of space. You don't need snapping on. Move it to the middle. Now we're going to add a bevel modifier. Nothing in nature is 90 degrees. Nothing is that sharp, so we're going to add some segments, and now we're going to duplicate this for all the parts. So select everything, the last one with our bevel modifier, Ctrl+L, and copy modifiers. And now you can see there's a bevel on each part. Now we're going to start modeling our legs. So position where you're going to add a circle. So you're going to start making your leg. Go add a circle and scale it. Now in the edit mode, you're going to extrude it. Follow the lines and scale it down. Go to 3 position to check it from the side. You would have to move it from the side too. So in the edit mode, select all the vertices and just move them to the place. Now it looks okay. Next thing what you're going to do is add a loop. Ctrl R and position it. Select bottom vertices, press F to fill them in. And now select Ctrl B to bevel it. Move the mouse wheel to add a little bit more. So now you're going to shade it smooth, and it looks pretty good. All the legs are the same, so we're going to add a mirror modifier. And we're going to mirror it by our biggest object. And mirror them from the X and the Y. It looks okay. We're actually done with modeling right now, so we can start setting our materials. We can select a part and add a material. Let's first go to the world properties and add a HDRI. So select environment texture and open the one that you have. It doesn't matter, you can find many free ones on the web. So we're not focusing right now on the shadows and lightning, so just adding that one. Now go back and add a material. Let's call it wood. Now selecting and pressing Ctrl, Shift and T, you're gonna select all the textures you want, and adding them, they are going to be all connected the right way, so it's a great method to speed up your process. Now just look at the sides, and you're going to actually first select everything and apply rotation and apply scale. The next thing what we're going to do is mark seams. So selecting the top part, actually select them all and press U and mark seam. The bottom part too, U and mark seam, and somewhere on the sides. Let's make 2 so we have like smaller parts. Okay, mark seam also. So now when you go to the UV editing, select this one. This is how it looks like, but now when we apply an unwrap, it's going to look the right way. Just rotate it 90 degrees because you want texture to face that way. So it's going to look like okay right now. Just select everything and you can apply the same material to all the parts. Just leave the front one because we want that one like in white, but you have many versions of this table. The last one, you're going to select the one with our material and just connect materials. You can see right now if you have some places that are not looking really well, just what you're going to do is in edit mode, select parts where you want to mark seams, mark seam this way, also for the sides. You can mark seam whatever you want and whatever looks good for you. And this is how it looks now. But now when you go to the UV editing and go to unwrap, this is how it's going to look. It looks pretty good. Like, we have to do this for the middle one also, but we're going to just duplicate this one and snap it into place. It looks pretty good right now. If you want to change anything else, just do it the same way. For the front one, make another material. Let's call it just white. And you can adjust color, click on it and change it the way you want it. Now lower the roughness and we're going to add a little bit of clear coat. It looks good right now. For the legs, just apply the same wood material. How it looks? Okay, we would have to mark seams on the leg, so just select leg. For the top part you don't have to mark seam because we don't have a face there. For the bottom part, select Alt and mark seam and go somewhere from the inside where you are not going to see that seam and mark seam. Now when you unwrap it, it's going to look something like this. So just check it out. Looks pretty good right now. Congrats, you made a table. Now we're going to add floor. Add plane, move it so legs are touching the plane, and now scale it, adjust it the way you want it, and apply material. Let's add new material and just change. We're going to change cycles and we're going to let's lower the number of tiling. We can change it to high contrast and we're going to add a camera. Adjust position of your camera the way you want it, or just copy this one. When you select camera, you can grab it. Let's change it to 75 and also change the size to 180 and we can also pressing 0 we can see how it looks, and now you can also move it and see how it looks like. Pressing F12 you'll render it, or select Ctrl B to render a part if you want to check it out, or lower the max number so you're going to have a lower render but you can check it out faster. So let's see how it looks like. Congrats, you made it!